Here with my longtime friend, Reginald Brass, with My Child Says Daddy. He helps fathers get visitation, custody, all child support matters. I've known him for many years. He's helped me a lot. And I wanted to come back and interview him by himself about the many troubles that people have, dealing with, child support, visitation, and other things.
For the most part, people need to know how to interview an attorney. They need to know what a retainer is, before they even, when they're dealing with an attorney. Not only that, but they need to have a list of at least 10 questions to even ask the attorney.
Right.
For instance, the attorney, for the most part, is going to want a retainer. That retainer is going to be anywhere from $3,500 to $5,000. That's basically for 10 hours worth of work. So you got to take a look at, do you think your case will be done within 10 hours? And if not, then you got to come up with another $3,500. So that's $7,500 that you're already out before you really even get started as far as what you want from the courts when you hire an attorney. So one of the most important thing is, what do I need this attorney to do? What do I want this attorney to do for me, or can I do it for myself? When you start looking at attorneys, you need to know how long attorneys been practicing. Are they a family law specialist? So therefore, if they are a family law specialist, then you just up the price up to maybe $500 an hour.
Okay.
So there are a lot of things, and that's what I have in my book to show folks. Here's how you interview an attorney so that you can get the results that you're looking for. Because you got to realize, when you go to court, you're looking for a game plan. The attorney is not going to give you the game plan, because the less you know, the more money the attorney's going to make.
The less you know,
the more money
the attorney makes.
The attorneys make.
Okay.
Because you got to realize, we live in a no-fault state. If we live in a no-fault state, meaning that if we're going to get a divorce or got some custody issues, then there's nothing to really fight over. It's really knowing how to put together a good game plan in order for you to get what you want. But a lot of people, again, do not know how to interview an attorney to get the results that they're looking for.
It's interesting. And I know sometimes when they give you these packets, they give you these huge packets of paper similar to this.
Correct.
And the average person doesn't know what to fill out. What to turn in.
You got to realize, when people are going through a divorce or custody issues, they're devastated. They're not focused. The attorneys is focused because this is business to him. This is, for you, it's an emotional thing. So you're dealing with emotions and also trying to deal with business and also trying to continue to be a part of your child's life. So it's kind of hard to separate. That's where I come in and show you how to separate those things, put it together for you, get you in and out of court without even using an attorney.
Right. So how does it work as far as does your company, do you actually go with people to court?
No, I don't go with people to court. I show them, with My Child Says Daddy, we show you how to get in and out of court without spending a whole bunch of money in and out of court. Another deal is we have a very intense intake. Our intake will let us know what's going on. It's going to let us know what you know. It's going to let us know what you don't know. So therefore, we can inform you on the things that you need to know prior to going to court. It also helps us put together your game plan to go to court to get the results that you're looking for.
Okay.
For instance, most people will go to court and say, okay, I want joint custody. The attorney knows what joint custody means. And you're believing that it means half the time with your child or your children. But it does not mean that. So what happens is you're thinking that you're going to get all this time knowing that the attorney knowing it's not going to happen, but yet you think you're going to get it. And then once you don't get it, now you're upset and trying to figure out why you got to pay all this money.
Right.
Because you went in the completely wrong way. No game plan.
No game plan. No game plan.
That's why we show you how to put together a game plan. My Child Said Daddy is the beginning and the end, with the alpha and the omega. We show you how to get in and get out, and also get all that frustration, anger, pissed off with the judge, think the judge is doing something wrong, or the new boyfriend or the new husband. Or, we show you how to deal with each individually on its own merit.
What are the main topics and main things that you hear about the most, like from people?
Well, for the most part, when guys are going through a divorce or have some custody issues, they can't see their kids. They come to me. I get calls because mothers are not letting fathers see their kids. So that's my number one deal. That's why we're here to show folks, our fathers how to work.
What is the psychology behind that? Because it seems
Well, you know,
It seems dumb. I mean, it's dumb. I mean, I understand it's emotional. Person, the woman is thinking that I can hurt the man by keeping his child away from her, but in actuality, she's hurting the child.
That's exactly true. So therefore, they do that, and they don't mind hurting the child. And you got to realize, divorce is $1 billion industry.
$1 billion
It's
industry.
$1 billion industry for attorneys to make as you're going through your divorce.
So in California, it's a no-fault state.
It's a no-fault state. So therefore, if it's a no-fault state, why are we fighting over the kids? So what happens is a lot of the attorneys take the gasoline and start pouring it on the fire. Because again, the less you know, the more they're going to make. And then why is it costing you $15,000, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 to get a divorce? You shouldn't take that. I have a guy that spent over $1 million getting divorced. All these divorces that you hear on TV, $100,000, $1 million. It doesn't take all that. That's just the attorney making it more than what it is.
Basically, like Dave says, and. They're telling you, they're giving you all these ands.
Well, that along
Without
with,
answers.
not only that, but also they don't help keep you focused. Attorneys are taught to have client, have seniority over their client, to say, look, client control. As long as I can control you, I'm making money off of you. So I'm telling you to shut up. You might have a pressing point that you want to convey to the judge, but your attorney's going to muzzle you, so therefore he'll be the person. And again, these are your kids. You're trying to be a part of your child's life. It's like, why is it that you got to keep going through certain things just to be a part of your child's life? Which means that a lot of people do not show you how to put together a good game plan in order for you to do that.
What's your passion behind doing this organization, My Child Says Daddy?
My own child, my children.
What's your story? What happened with you?
Well, Jesus Christ. My son is 27, so you're looking maybe some 27 years ago when I was on top of the world.
What were you doing?
I had my own security business. I was Quincy Jones, Don Cornelius, personal bodyguard. I did it for years. I was working for Don up until the day that he died. Had $1 million business, doing quite well for myself, and got married. In the following year, I started going through a divorce, and I couldn't see my kid, and I was just devastated. I didn't care about work anymore, and when I couldn't see my kids, I was so frustrated I didn't know what to do. I had an attorney. I thought the attorney was going to work for me to give me some results, but he didn't work for me. It was like it was just constantly just spend more money. And it was like, I was only married for a year. I'm trying to be a part of my child's life, and it was just so hard. I even had to take her back to court for contempt of court because I couldn't see my kid. She was found guilty on 7 counts, but it cost me a lot of money just to do that. It shouldn't take that. So my own personal divorce got me to do this for the last 26 years. To show you how frustrating, how messed up the system is. And again, no one's really going to navigate you through the system.
But then you had your own, so basically you had your own feelings of retaliation.
Well, it's not,
like you felt like, like most men and most people.
Well, in the beginning, I wanted to retaliate because I wanted to go kill everybody up in that courtroom because it was about my kid. It was like it's like it's a game
playing
to
games.
them.
Yeah.
Like, this is my kid. This is my son. This is my firstborn. My second, third, or fourth. It's like, no, this is what I'm about. I'm about being a parent. But, the system has to take fault for what they do, too, because they can have people dropping out. Even the attorneys can have to take fault. It's my deal is showing folks how to work the system, navigating them through so they don't get caught up like I did. So he's like, I saw it wrong, and now I'm trying to fix it.
Wow. Saw the wrong, now you fixing it.
Now I'm fixing it. I've put many families back together, showing them how to work the system without spending a whole bunch of money going backwards. It's and again, if you have the right information, you get the results.
Many people have lost their lives trying to reveal the secret. The secret has been hidden from the world for far too long. But now,
become successful, a lot of times you have to find your zone that's comfortable for you.
When you come to that crossroad and you get to a certain age where you have that epiphany where what the hell am I going to do with the rest of my life, and you don't even have a plan yet, that's when it's time to start writing your shit down.
Sometimes, life decisions and life choices steer you another path, but, mistakes are given, being a human. We don't have to be perfect.
One day the world's gonna have to come around and recognize that, yeah, this is different, but there's nothing like this out here.
You have to let your imagination run wild when it comes to your career, period.
Most people only plan for what they think they can get. The universe doesn't like that. The universe wants you to go for what you think is impossible.
Dr. King said your character is built not during times of comfort and convenience, but during times of conflict and controversy.
When you see an obstacle, don't let it deter you. You either can go over it, around it, or through it, depending on your own strength.
I've been through a lot of stuff in life, but never once have I felt like this is the end of my path.
You have to put up your own money. That's independence. If someone else is putting up the money, that's dependence.
If you don't see yourself coming out as a boss at that place, then get the fuck